Hi everyone, I am Dr.S.VANITHA, Assistant Professor of Zoology, PG and Research Department of Zoology, A.D.M.COLLEGE for Human Autonomous Nagapattinam. Today discuss about immunity. What is meant by immunity? Immunity can be defined as the body's ability to defend against infection. It's a way of protecting the body against an infectious diseases. As immune system recognizes an antigen, it attacks it. The phrase immunity derives from the Latin immunitas, the Floniform and the Roman city state granted immunity from being distributed to Rome or to be people free of municipal duties. The foundation munis relating to alternate and exchangeable goods. This is the direct starting place of the criminal, which means immunity from prosecution. However, within inside the first century, Lincoln had already used the phrase metaphorically to explain the syllabi of North Africa as resistant to the fights of venom snakes. Biological immunity can check with the constitute bodily innate mechanisms, which include the body's safety afforded towards contamination via way of means of the skin. The interest of herbal killer, it is also called NK cells, towards virus inflamed cells or the herbal resistance of mice to diphtheria vaccine due to the absence of a receptor for that vaccine. Then immune system. The origin of immunology as technological known, however the misplaced in antiquate, however, have usually been basically linked with microbiology. It changed into without a doubt recognized earlier than the start of the common era that survivor of sure plague, possibly smallpox, had been resistant to its recurrence. Observation, which include those had been rendered unsure via way of means of vague diagnosis of the illness. However, superior substantially in order that via way of means of this case of the primary millennium common era, Chinese and Hindu healer had been privy to the efficacy of the homeopathic exercise of inflammation, wherein powered scapes of the streaking had been thrown via straw into the lungs of wholesome people. Then types of immunity. This production is called immunity. Humans have three types of immunity. First one is innate immunity, then adaptive immunity and passive immunity. Innate immunity, everyone is born with innate. It is otherwise called natural immunity, a type of general production. Then immune system fight against microbes and is divided into different types of reaction. The three types of immunity are innate immunity, adaptive immunity and passive immunity. Then innate immunity, we are all born with innate, it is otherwise called natural immunity, a type of natural production. The immunity which is present in an organism by birth is called innate immunity. Innate immunity refers to the body's defense system. For example, skin barrier of the human body function by protecting the entire of germs and other disease causing the pathogens. Adaptive immunity. An individual acquires immunity after birth. Hence is called adaptive or acute immunity. Adaptive immunity develops throughout the lifespan. We acquire adaptive immunity when we are exposed to infectious diseases and allergies, or when we are immunized against them with vaccines. Adaptive immunity. It is developed throughout the life and is highly specific for particular pathogens. It is subdivided into two main categories. First one is humoral immunity, then second one is cell-mediated immunity. First one is humoral immunity. It involves in the production of antibodies by B cells, B lymphocytes, that circulate in the blood and body fluids and are essential for neutralizing pathogens and toxins. Then second one is cell-mediated immunity. It involved the action of T cells. It is otherwise called T lymphocytes that detect and destroy cells infected by intracellular pathogens. Such viruses and some bacteria are the examples of the cell-mediated immunity. On the other hand, active immunity is when the immune system produces the antibodies in responsible to export to the pathogen or after receiving a vaccine. It provides a long-lasting immunological memory. Then passive immunity, on the other hand, is obtained by transferring pre-formed antibodies, usually from an external source, such as mother through breast milk or through monoclonal antibody treatments. This is the passive immunity. These different type of immunity work together to provide an effective defense against a variety of infectious threats and foreign substances, thus helping to maintain the health and well-being of the body. This is the part of the immune system. This diagram represents the immune system. There are many parts found in the immune system. Part of the immune system, first one is the spleen, thymus, antibodies, bone marrow, white blood cells, lymphatic system, complement system. These are the found in the part of the immune system. Then lymphoid organ. Lymphoid organ are the specialized tissue that provide the anatomic location and a microenvironment in which lymphocytes achieve the phenotypic and functional maturity. This is the primary lymphoid organs or undergo activation as the secondary and tertiary lymphoid organs. It is also called the lymph system. Enlarged the lymph system is part of the body immune system and made of the tissue and organs that help protect the body from infection and diseases. These include the tonsil, adenoids, not shown thymus, spleen, bone marrow, lymph vessels and lymph nodes. This is the lymphoid organs. The main role of lymphatic system, these are the following: managing the fluid level in the body, then reacting to bacteria, dealing with the cancer cell, dealing with product to otherwise would result in disease or disorders, absorbing some of the fat in other types from the intestine, collect the removes and the extra intestinal fluid and return into the bloodstream or recirculation. This maintains the fluid level in the body. Hence, it also called the drainage system of vertebrates. It plays a main role in humoral and cell-mediated immunity. It proliferates, differentiates, store and circulates the lymphocytes. This is the main role of lymphatic system. First, primary lymphoid organs means these organs include the bone marrow and the thymus. They make special immune system cells called the lymphocytes. Secondary lymphoid organ, these organs include the lymph nodes, spleen and tonsils and certain tissue in various mucous membrane layers in the body. The secondary lymphoid organs, these organs include the lymph nodes, the spleen, the tonsils and certain tissue in various mucous membrane layer in the body. It is in their actual job of fighting of germs and foreign substances. First one is thymus. Thymus is one of the primary lymphoid organ where T lymphocytes are matured and undergo the process of positive and negative selection. It is located in the throat in front of the heart, just behind the sternum in the anterior portion of the mediastinum. The thymus is functional and distinctly visible up to the earlier teen pre-adolescent age and gradually degenerates and finally replaced by the fat. Hence, it is not found in adult humans. Structurally, it is bilobed organ. It is about 4 to 6 centimeter by 2.5 to 5 centimeter by 1 centimeter in dimension, having a mass about 50 grams. Each lobe is made up of two regions, the outer cortex and the inner medulla. The cortex is made of immature T cells called thymocytes, supported by epithelial cells, blood vessels and other leukocytes. The medulla is mainly made up of epithelial cells in the form of Cassell's corpuscles. In the cortex, thymocytes matured into T cells and undergo a selection process of eliminate the T cells that can target the body's own component. The selected T cells are passed to the medulla where they undergo further maturation and differentiation. The structure represents the thymus gland. Then next primary lymphoid organ is bone marrow. Bone marrow is a special semi-solid tissue mass composed primary of hematopoietic stem cells, adipose tissue and stromal cells that is present inside the bone in the cancellous section. The red bone marrow is primary organ of the lymphoid system, whose main function is to produce T lymphocytes. Bone marrow is one of the primary lymphoid organ. Then fetal liver. In the fetus stage, the liver cells produce lymphocytes. Hence, the fetus liver is a primary organ of the fetal lymphoid system. However, the liver of the infant and adult does not produce any lymphocytes. It includes lymphoid organ where the lymphocytes undergo further maturation and contact the blood stream with the lymph. This structure represents the bone marrow inside the bone. Then spleen. The spleen is the blood filter of vertebrates found at the back of the stomach in the abdominal cavity below the diaphragm. It is a large organ or about 30 centimeter by 8 centimeter by 3 centimeter in dimension and weight is about 200 grams. Then lymph nodes. Lymph nodes are encapsulated small kidney-shaped mass of lymphatic tissue distributed through the body along the network of lymphatic vessels, which filters the lymph and storage the lymphocytes. There are numerous, more than 600 in adult human. Small nodes are varied size ranging from 2 to 25 mm in length. They are the prevalent in the armpits, called the axillary lymph node, groans called the inguinal lymph nodes, then neck called the cervical lymph nodes, and knees called the popliteal lymph nodes. And anatomically, the lymph node is divided into two regions: the inner medulla and the outer cortex, externally covered by a fibrous capsule. Each lymph node is connected with multiple afferent lymphatic vessels in its convex side from where lymph enters the node. On the concave side, there is an efferent lymphatic vessels from where filter the lymph leaves the node. Then lymphatic vessels. Lymphatic vessels, also called lymph vessels or lymphatic, are the closed thin walled tube that form a network of duct interconnecting the lymphoid organ through which lymph circulates. It is structurally, they can be classified as a smaller lymph capillaries where the interstitial fluid enter the vessels, and large collecting lymph vessels formed by covering the several capillaries which circulate the lymph. Lymph vessels are one-way vessels that collect the transport lymph from body tissue to the heart. There are several lymphatic mini valves that check the blood flow or lymph or maintain the unidirectional flow of lymph. This diagram represents the lymphatic circulation. Next class, this continuation of secondary lymphoid organ. Thank you so much. Thank you.